folks, welcome back to Power Up with Pride 2020. I'm Skybills. I'm going to be your host for this lovely Pokémon Trading Card Game. We're going to be having dijonketchup and leggystarscream. But really quickly before we start, a bit about the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is the leading national organization providing crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning youth. You can check them out at thetrevorproject.org to access their services, to find out more about their impact, or to donate. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you so much for your support. And without further ado, here we go with Pokémon Trading Card Game with dijonketchup and leggystarscream. Good luck and have fun, y'all.
Hello. I am a dijonketchup.
I am a leg, also known as leggystarscream.
Gonna get a leg up on the competition.
Oh no. I didn't hear that.
We're getting
fun.
started.
Okay, I'm gonna do the customary restart to make this a valid run.
Yeah, probably a good call. But before we really get started, I believe there was a donation incentive.
Yes, I believe there was. So, I know that the name, I believe, is longer than what we have here. So, we need to figure out a way to shorten it a little bit.
Okay.
So, I know it was Snake something, I know. I know Snake was in the name, as in, like, Snake from Metal Gear.
Snake? Snake!
We could do Snack. S-N-E-K.
Yeah.
It depends on what
The rest of it was.
Alright, hang on. I'm going to look into that really quickly. If y'all want to talk about how you're going to skip the tutorial, that might be a good way to start. I'll get a exact spelling and maybe shortening real quick, just to get the final saying on.
Yeah, so as Sky was implying, normally when you play this game, unless you're going for world record, what you do is you start from a file that's already gone through the tutorial. But because we're doing the naming incentive, we would have had to close that already and then spend the 8 to 10 minutes to get through the tutorial to get to that point. So what we're gonna do is do some of the tutorial, but we will glitch past the long part of it using a glitch that's only been found in the past couple of months.
Yeah, it was, somebody was trying to console verify a task and accidentally found it when it desynced.
Okay, so I have the name. It looks like it's Snake Mom, so I think we definitely want to do... How many characters do we have here?
6. So, SNK Mom?
Yeah,
that's what I got.
That's good. That's good. So let's go with that then.
I forget, does time start when we hit end here, or is there another confirmation box?
It's when we hit end.
Okay. So, Sky, you want to count us in?
Absolutely. I will count down from 3. Are y'all ready? You got your dot readies? All right. In 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck and have fun.
So, if you'll notice, this text goes very slow.
It's the worst.
And you can't speed up the text until after the tutorial. Which is one of the major reasons why we skip the tutorial. Also, the tutorial is very scripted.
Very boring.
If you don't do things exactly the way it wants, it makes you start that turn over.
Yeah, and it's like 8 minutes of time.
Yeah, the optimal is about 8 minutes and 3 seconds, which is what you start the timer with.
Oh no, I asked about energy cards.
Oh no. Advantage Dijon.
So speaking of Pokemon real quick and incentives, do not forget, coming up, we do have the Pokemon Puzzle League. Choose which version of the game we have. So we have the N64 versus the GVC version. We have currently $15 towards the N64. So if you want to see the GVC version of the game, please get those donations in.
Yeah, that's going to be a super sweet run.
Yeah, those
I'm
games
super looking forward to it.
I'm waiting to see how y'all skip this tutorial. I know back when I used to speedrun this game many years ago, I remember you just had a save file after the tutorial, but I want to see how this works out.
Alright, draw a card, listen to the instructions.
There we go. So, if you didn't catch that, for whatever reason, with certain screens when you're investigating the playfield, changing your screen and hitting like down A in like the same frame skips a duel.
Yeah.
Right, now I can speed up.
So y'all still choose the Charmander deck?
Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna hide some energy cards in my deck so that this guy doesn't think I have enough, and then I get free energy cards.
Woo!
Ooh.
It's like free money.
It's free real estate.
Yeah. The nice thing about that is it means we really have to worry about what energy cards we open at all. We can just go and rely on the energy that we just get from the various boosters we get.
Now, would y'all say that you could actually learn how to play the Pokemon TCG, or at least an early form of it in this case, from this game alone?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, basically this is just a faithful recreation of, you know, the first three sets. Plus some extra, you know, digital exclusive cards.
And some that were promo cards never released outside Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you change Charmander's weakness to electric, Porygon? That doesn't make any sense.
Look, just because you can learn how to play based off this game doesn't mean the AI is very good.
Yeah, you'll see that some of the strategies that we use literally only work because the AI is dumb. Oh, it changed its resistance. Well, that's a reset.
I'm just getting stun-locked by a Venonat.
So we save before every duel because RNG is cruel. And so if something's not going well, we can just reset.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, resistance is one of the toughest features to deal with in the Pokemon trading card game in general.
Yeah, the Porygon card is one of the most annoying cards in the game, because, like, even though it only has, even though it's only got 30 HP, and its attacks don't do actual damage, it can still change your weakness and change its resistance, and it already has a default resistance to Psychic. which comes into play later on.
Mm-hmm.
I need some kind of something for a backup here.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of cards that were not released, at least back then, the Jolteon that is on Leggy's side, I believe, is one of those cards that was not released. That was considered the promo Jolteon in this game.
Yep. Oh, yes. Okay. We're in there, gamers.
No, it went too fast. I saw Scyther. I saw
Yes.
that.
Oh, you got
That's
the
the important
Scyther
part.
already?
I got Scyther in the second pack I opened.
Dang.
Now, if you have the Scyther, the next really important thing, I don't think they give this to you in that energy bundle that I saw before, but the double colorless energy goes really well if you have a Scyther.
Indeed. And as we go, we'll probably get a couple of those. They aren't guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is not going well.
There's still, though, with the way this game goes, and y'all were talking about the different, there's a lot of RNG in this game, to say the least. I mean, it's a card game. There's always ground to make up on this game, and these races can go either way.
Oh, yeah.
I am still stuck on this first duel.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Dijon's getting a lot of bad luck, like a lot, like not just a little bit, like...
Heather got a Vaporeon and Venomoth.
I somehow got through this first Lickitung.
Now, if it's the Venomoth I'm thinking of, that's the one where if it flips heads, you become poisoned and confused at the same time. It was one of the first cards to have a dual status effect happen to you. So what are some cards y'all are going to be looking for throughout this entire run? I know Scyther was one of them, but what else?
So Scyther is the single most important one that we need to open because it's the only card that is a build-around that we aren't guaranteed to get. The other big things I'm keeping an eye out for are how many Dugtrias I open, as well as, you know, things like computer search or item finder that are good utility cards that can really just make a huge difference in how a run goes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now that I've got the Scyther, the next big thing on my agenda is how many Dugtrias I can get.
I think Dijon's going to get this one. This is looking good.
I believe in you, Dijon.
We'll see. This is gonna be close. Oh, come on. Oh, this may... Okay, nope, that's a reset. I can't get out of that.
Oh no! Okay, got the double KO. Yeah, this game can be rude.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first duel.
Oh,
Dijon,
I believe in you.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say, Dijon,
Hey, okay.
Ooh,
I got it this time.
there you go.
I better get a Scyther out of this pack.
For all the hard work.
I did. I got the first pack, had a Scyther.
Heck yes. So what that means is we don't need to show off the manipulation that we have for getting a Scyther, which is really cool, but it does take a certain amount of time to pull off because it is basically double frame perfect.
What?
If we have a little bit of time, if one of us gets all the way through it, through the run, we can totally demonstrate how it works.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is really cool to pull off. It's also just, well, finicky as heck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When do you have to get the Scyther by, like, approximately?
After the third medal.
Okay.
Yeah. So, once we're out of the Water Club, that's when we're building the Scyther deck. Yeah. Shoutouts to Magmar for just being a ridiculously good Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the features of this run, I remember when running this, it's a lot of people are like, wait, I can't read and see what the cards are doing. Well, after a while, you kind of learn by the pictures where to go to. So, at least for speedrunning. For watching, it's a little bit different. It takes a little longer.
Yeah, there is a lot going on and a lot of decisions we're making at any given moment. Oh, this is bad.
Also,
yeah,
yes, Sandra, this is a video game based on a card game based on a video game.
Yeah, but what I really like about this run in general is just the fact that it is your test of, one, how fast you can menu, and how fast you can think about the menuing you're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of problem solving in this.
Like, as you go, you are just constantly making decisions and evaluating, like, okay, what's the optimal play here? What do I need to do to handle what my opponent may or may not have? And I really like it because, unlike, you know, more traditional speed games where it's like, okay, you have a set route and it's all just how well can you execute on that route. This game is very
Don't
much...
execute.
No, we fight executes sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, but this game is all about, like, okay, how can you react to the nonsense that the game is throwing at you? And I find that to be a really enjoyable variation on quote-unquote classic speedrunning. Oh, hey, an item finder.
And there is a lot of nonsense towards the end of the run with the final four. A lot of nonsense, especially with the coin flipper in particular.
Scuba Steve. We'll get to Scuba Steve later.
I was thinking of Courtney's Moltres with the coin flipping.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of just random nonsense in the final fights.
And then, of course, I feel like, I believe his name is Ronald. He always tends to get really lucky for some reason.
Yep. Yup.
Yeah.
I'm not salty about him at all. What are you talking about?
A lot of good memories with this game in general, both the paper game, this game in particular, and then the game that this game is about, as Andrew put. That's a great way to talk about this game.
Okay, I finally got through the 3 grass peons.
So, chat, if you played this game as a kid, I want to hear about what decks you ran. Because I know that when I was playing this as a kid in the original sets, I ran a Blastoise Rain Dance deck.
That was what I ran.
Forgot where the map was.
Oh, nice.
I also ran an electric deck with the base set Zapdos plus Chansey, because Chansey is definitely a tank in this game.
I ran a few different decks. Like, I ran a Haymaker, I ran a Rain Dance.
Mm-hmm.
I ran so far away.
I appreciate that. No, remember you could make the traditional Haymaker deck in this game. What does that use? Hitmonchan, Electabuzz, and Scyther? If I remember properly.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, well, one of the opponents we're going to be facing relatively shortly has what's basically a variation on the Haymaker.
Mm-hmm.
And is super annoying because of it, because that deck is very good.
Ooh, a Dug Trio. Nice.
Nice win there, Dijon. That was good.
And I pulled a Dug Trio, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I got my full heal, so hopefully this Isaac fight will go a little bit faster now.
Darren says I had built Do the Wave. Yo, that was Wigglytuff, if I remember. That's a great.
Yeah, there's
card.
a deck that uses that in this game.
And hey, that's the deck we'll be fighting right after the Haymaker deck.
Oh my. Also, did y'all ever play this your first time around and wonder what type of Pokemon were in the Science Club? Because that's not like one of the types of cards in Pokemon.
So
honestly, my memory does not go back that far.
the first time I played this was in Japanese because I played the Japanese version of it before I got an Electabuzz. Before this was ever out in English. So I didn't know what any of the clubs were or what like half the cards were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Do y'all know if the Japanese version is faster? There's a lot of speedruns that historically have used the Japanese version because text is faster, but it doesn't seem like that would be the case for this game.
Yeah, text is just kind of immediate when you just mash the button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't actually know if there are any differences between the languages. I've only ever ran the English version because, like, I like being able to read.
And the menu. And the menuing, like you said, that's really important.
Yeah.
So we have another card that Chad is reminiscing about. The Mr. Mime, if you remember that, with the barrier. Yeah, I figured everyone.
We don't just remember that. We will be grousing about that. Don't worry, chat.
Good old Mr. Mime. Mime.
Yeah, so the Psychic Club leader, who is the only trainer in that club who we actually fight, utilizes the... I'm not quite sure what adjective to put here. That is Mr. Mime.
So, Glitchwitch says, Flying Pikachu with exclamation point question mark. Yes, yes. That was one of the Japanese promos, if I remember properly.
And it's resistant to fighting, which is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anyway, I've got a Charmeleon up against Nikki, so this should be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're already on Nikki?
Yeah.
Dang, I got real far behind. Thanks, Heather.
There's still plenty of room for you to catch up.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier, is that in a game like this, you don't know what's going to happen. You could get a bad hand, you could follow a few duels behind. It's still truly anybody's race here.
Oh, yeah.
I just beat Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen Flygon says, hi, my good friends Dijon and Leggy are good and nice. Yes, I agree with Fly. Absolutely.
Flygon is good and nice.
Flygon is good and nice.
This is so much fun watching everyone reminisce about Pokemon cards and seeing this game again. This game's awesome. It's fun.
Right. This is such a cozy run, and like, it's annoying to try and go fast at, because like, you know, RNG can really get you, but if you aren't like trying to grind for a given time, it's just such a fun run to do in general. So this is Ronald, he's our rival, and this fight can be kind of annoying. but we'll see how I do. Okay.
Oh, I remember that, Lapras.
Right? Lapras can be kind of annoying because its damage increases based off the number of water energies attached to it. There are 3 ways you can win a game of Pokemon. One is if you... Oh, darn it! So that's not... I wish he had gotten that water energies faster, but we'll be fighting Ronald twice and losing to him both times because it's just faster and we don't need the card we get for winning.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a Charmeleon in my hand.
Now, if I remember this, all the fighting club members are scattered throughout the different clubs. You have to find all of them.
Correct.
That's another really tough card. We were talking about the Haymaker deck earlier. This is Hitmonchan, and Hitmonchan just does a lot of damage. It can do 20 damage for 1 fighting energy, and then if you have 2 more, I don't know if it's double colorless. I'd have to take a look at the card. It's been such a long time, but then it does 40 for 3 energy.
Yeah, I think it's 2 fighting and a colorless.
Okay. Okay.
Stop paralyzing me.
That's rough.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, that couldn't flip heads all the time.
You'd be surprised.
Don't say that.
Okay,
Why?
never punished.
Oh my god.
That was risky, but I got through the...
Oh, I have a card for y'all that
Ow.
I did use during casual play. Do you remember Fossil Hunter with the transparency check and Nightmare that automatically put them to sleep, so there were so many coin flips involved with that?
God, yes. I also had like a psychic deck with that, you know, the Gengar with the ability to move damage counters around.
Alakazam?
No,
Yeah, no.
Gengar also had a Pokemon power.
Oh, okay. Also, I finally beat Isaac.
I know, I was going to say, that was so clutch. You did it, Dijon.
Heck yeah, Dijon!
I won on prizes.
Yeah, that's always rough. One of the things about this game is that the club masters cheat a little bit.
Oh?
So normally, you know, hands are just shuffled randomly and you don't really worry about it, but the club masters and, you know, the Elite Four, or whatever they're called in this game, get set up so that they always have at least 2 Pokemon and 2 energies in their opening hand. And then, like, some number of extra cards in the top couple cards of their deck. Just to make them, you know, a little more challenging, like actual fights, rather than being able to just go in and one-shot everything. But it does mean that they are way more likely you have to win on prizes, which means you knock out, against the Club Masters, 6 different Pokemon. A lot of the other duels use 4 or prizes. And so, because you have to knock out way more Pokemon, it is a little bit slower.
Yes, and ideally the type of finish you want to have is not on prizes, but on your opponent running out of Pokemon. That's typically quicker here.
Yep.
Yep. Because why knock out, you know, 6 Pokemon when you can get away with only knocking out 5? Or less.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of times that if you have an early Pokemon and they do 20 damage and your opponent only has one Pokemon and all it takes is one hit, I've seen that a couple of times already during this run on both ends. It's nice.
Alright, and that's Nikki down.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick fight, Dijon. That was good.
There was another 6 prize fight, but it went a lot faster. My Charmeleon just ripped through everything.
Aw, that Clefable's really cute. Cool. So again, when fighting against Ronald, not the final Ronald, but anything before then, you want to try to lose as fast as possible just to get past it, because you don't need to win. And I think what Ronald typically gives you is only a promo card, if I remember.
Yeah, it's a promo card, which isn't useful to us.
I know Super Energy Retrieval is one of the more common ones that Ronald gives out.
Yeah, I think that's the one that you get the first time. Which
is nice if you're going for like the longer grindy games, but since we're trying to, you know, speedrun and win mostly on, you know, just knocking out our opponents as quickly as possible.
I got the best RNG on Michael. It was a 2-turn knockout.
Yo, nice. That's what you want to see with that fight.
Appropriately, I got a Hitmonchan from that booster.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
I also got another Doug Trio.
Do y'all use Hitmonchan in your deck?
No.
Oh, okay. I know y'all play Doug Trios. That's why I was just wondering if that was a thing.
So I think I'm up to 3 Doug Trios. A trio of trios. Trio.
I like that.
That's a Diglett versus a Scyther. That's not happening.
Oh no. Okay, I am through Joshua.
I was gonna say, Dijon closed the gap quite a bit here.
Yeah.
Who are you on?
I'm just about to do the water leader.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can try and fight her right away, and, you know, if you win, it's a little bit faster, but if you lose because you didn't save, you have to fight Joshua again. So we just say no the first time and play it safe.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. There's so much going on both screens, and I'm trying to keep up with it.
Right? So Sky, you mentioned you used to run this deck, right?
I did, actually, yeah.
Yeah. How much has this game changed from what you're seeing?
It seems like the decks have become a little more aggressive. I think the ones that I used to run did have like Hitmonchan. I think I tried to build something closer to the Haymaker back in the day. I don't know if that was the official speedrun strat, but that was something I remember going for. I think I did use a lot of Scyther, and I did actually use Hitmonchan. That's why I was surprised y'all didn't use that, but it makes sense given what I've been seeing about this speedrun so far.
I forget which Raichu is which all the time.
And the way I remember it is I always just grab the top one in the list.
Yeah, but sometimes I think that, no, it's not the first one. And
Yeah.
it was the first one, and then I look like an idiot.
Oh, that's the Raichu with agility, if I remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, agility's a cool move.
I'm not doing great on trainers at the moment, though I do have 4+ powers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just took my second wipe to Amy.
Oof.
But yeah, Diglett and Doug Trio are really good in the speedrun just because they deal a lot of damage very quickly. The only downside to that is, again, fighting resistance seems to be very, very common in this game. So that's something to always look out for.
And let's not talk about Diglett's 30 HP pool.
Absolutely. But Doug Trio's good. Their Doug Trio's what, 70?
Yeah.
I always forget Poliwag has grass resistance instead of electric for some reason. Or
Right.
Weakness, yeah. I don't know why they did that either.
Gonna take it safe and slow.
Okay.
Nah, I love Dratini. Dratini is so cute.
He is adorable.
That was a fast Sarah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good match. Yeah, I think
Another Doug Trio. I am stacked on Doug Trios.
the toughest status in this game, I really had a tough time with Confusion.
Yeah, Confusion is rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Paralysis is obnoxious, but Confusion just will completely wreck your day.
Because it just doesn't naturally go away unless you switch out.
Right.
Mhm.
It'll just stay there.
Same with Poison.
Mm-hmm. Or if you're unfortunate enough to go, I think it's Nidoking. Nidoking has this game's version of Toxic on it, which does 20 damage between turns.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to get out of Amy. Maybe.
Maybe Amy.
Maybe?
Okay, cool. Fight's done. Whew,
That did it!
Yatta!
that was scary.
That was scary. I was just looking at your screen going, oh my gosh, Leggy! Can do this!
But at a certain point, you just kind of have to go for it.
Oh yeah. This is looking good for Dijon over here as well. This is turning into a pretty close race now. As long as the battle against the water leader goes pretty well for Dijon.
I'm confused.
In-game or out of game?
Both, but both.
So, Leggy, on your side, I noticed you're checking the mail in the computer. Is that worth doing in the speedrun if you're missing stuff?
Yes. So those packs that I opened for the mailbox are actually the packs you use to do the Scyther manip. And so I like opening them anyway because, you know, you can get things like a second Scyther or maybe another Doug Trio.
Can I take time really quickly just to plug the Pokemon Puzzle League incentive we have coming up?
Oh, heck yes.
Alright, so as a reminder, folks, coming up next we will have Pokemon Puzzle League. Now, there is a bid war going on right now. So we have the Game Boy Color version versus the N64 version. The N64 is leading $15 to nothing. If you do want to see the Game Boy Color version, it is easy to be able to put the Game Boy Color version in the lead. So if you would like to do that, please get those donations in. I'd love to see a nice, very close bid war between those two. So I know both versions of the game are awesome, but I bet you the Game Boy Color version's even more so interesting. So again, please get those donations in if you would like to see one version or the other.
Alright, time to fight Amy.
I believe, Dijon.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
Okay. Okay, I drew my second Scyther. Wait, that was dumb. Oh well.
I thought I heard a car pass by.
Yeah, that happens on Leggy's side a lot.
Yeah. Shoutouts to needing to keep this window open because it is getting warm out these days.
I just thought it was random and funny.
Also, shoutouts to getting paralyzed repeatedly by Lickitung.
So what would
Alright.
Dijon get here?
That was a power play right there.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended. Because I got
So
a plus power.
GG,
That's 4 in a
Dijon.
row. Ugh. 5.
This is a very close race now.
Yeah, I swear, if this Lickitung kills my Scyther...
Yeah, usually if they lead with Lickitung, I just reset.
They led with Kangaskhan, and then the Lickitung came out after.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, Lickitung is a very annoying Pokemon in the sense that it can paralyze very easy and very often, and it has a ton of HP, so if you don't have your Diglett, Dugtrio, I think y'all took Machop out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if you don't have your Diglett out or Dugtrio against Lickitung, it's a very long, tedious battle. Difficult.
Yep.
I only pulled one double colorless.
I have 3. But
Not that it matters, because whenever I have, like, 4 of them, I never draw them anyway, when I need them.
How many computer searches do y'all use?
as many as I
as we
open.
can get.
Okay.
Like, in a perfect world, the answer would be 4.
Yep. But it's a rare card, and you only get 1 rare card per pack, and it's only in the Coliseum packs, which the route is routed to open up more of than anything else, but, you know, it's still...
Dijon doing a really great job here, opening the Scyther early against the fighting Pokemon.
And that was a long fight that I invested a lot of time in that I ultimately lost.
Oh no.
Really?
That was fun.
I think with that, I think you pull into the lead, Dijon.
Oh, did I?
I think so, yeah, because y'all are both on Chris, right?
Yeah, I just beat Chris.
I wiped to Chris in the end.
He had 2 Machops and then ran out of Pokemon.
Yeah. So yeah, you're ahead.
Wow. Also, the downside to the Scyther deck is Scyther's literally your only basic Pokemon, so you have to keep redrawing until you actually pull it in your opening hand.
And this is a very different mulligan rule from what I'm used to seeing in
Yeah.
campaigns.
Yeah, they didn't quite figure out how to do the mulligan in Pokemon because, like, in order to play the game at all, you need to have a basic Pokemon card in hand. So a lot of the deck building tips, you know, if you read them, say, okay, you should have this many Pokemon in your deck so that you can draw the right number of things, but there's no penalty for not having a basic Pokemon in your opening hand. It's just redraw until you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, the people designing the game weren't anticipating this sort of, yeah, we're just going to shove our deck with one Pokemon in particular.
Gotta run out of energy removals at some point, Gene.
You did draw some double colorless here too, Dijon.
I did actually draw the double colorless, but still couldn't get the turn 2 setup with it because of this energy removals.
Okay. There we go. There goes Chris.
Sorry, Dijon, I had to pick on you a little bit.
Nah, it's all good.
No, this is looking like a good fight for Dijon right now. The Rhyhorn aside, this is looking like a good fight.
If the Rhyhorn would stop leering at me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Rhyhorn, another one of those annoying Pokemon. You'll notice a theme with all the Pokemon we deem annoying
Why?
and to be stall Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically, if the game is programmed so that if the computer can't win, it stalls, and it's annoying.
Here,
Especially when it flips like 5 heads in a row on Leer.
I think I'm the bad luck. I'm gonna look away and look at the incentives for a second, so I don't look at Dijon's screen. I think it's me. There you go. See, I looked away.
Yeah.
I know those feels. I know those feels.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now?
No.
Ow, Geodude.
No,
It got 5 heads. It got 5 heads.
You have to see that to believe it.
And there goes Gene.
Same.
Nice.
So tied. Wow, this is a race.
Neck
I like
and
it.
neck.
Mm-hmm. This is a great game to race, actually, because again, it's anybody's game at any point.
Yeah, Dijon and I were doing a practice race the other day, and unfortunately my internet decided that I wasn't going to be in the running anymore for a little bit.
No!
Which is always the worst.
So as a quick reminder, folks, this is Power Up with Pride 2020 benefiting the Trevor Project. We have a couple of incentives coming up again. We have the Pokemon Puzzle League N64 versus Game Boy Color, which will be right after this. And then also, it is worth noting, we do have Save Kill coming up for Super Metroid. Very classic incentive. Save is currently winning 1,273 to save the frames. I guess save the frames versus kill. So save the frames versus the animals to $65. So if you want to see those lovely frames get saved, please put donations in towards that as well. We also have, and I haven't seen this one before, did you all know that there is an incentive called Taunt the Animals under Save the Animals versus Save the Frames? And it says, make the animals think they're going to be rescued when really you plan to leave them to die. Wow. Wow, that is also an option there if you would like to add some of that to Taunt the Animals. So I did not know about that. That's a very creative incentive. I like that.
Okay, now it's just giving me more Doug Trios. I've already got more than I can use now.
Dijon, I heard you like Doug Trio.
Yo,
So
dog, we heard you like Doug Trio.
So I finally opened my second Doug Trio, and...
Oh, this race is so great. Uh-oh, there's the cat I was talking about earlier, Leggy. Chansey.
Yep.
Oh, you're just barely ahead of me. I'm still deck editing.
Well, Chansey is chancing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I got a super nice 2-turn fight against Jessica.
Yeah, mine was real fast, too. But it was a few more than 2 turns.
Chansey, the HP Sponge Pokemon.
Did you hear Chansey had a sequel a little later on called Blissey in the card game?
Oh god. I mean, Blissey's very nice in the regular video game because it's worth way too much experience.
It also to this day has the highest HP stat. Damn, this Piglet is really sleeping on the job. But evolving will wake it up.
Okay.
The good thing about evolving is that it removes any status effects that you currently have. So sometimes it's useful to hold on to an evolution card just for that purpose.
Yeah.
Instead of evolving right away.
Yeah. Doug Trio, also secretly a full heal. But yeah, I am through Ken.
I am also through Ken.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. The sync. So yeah, Blissey, when you played it on top of that specific chance even, which made it worse, when you evolved it, it had a Pokemon power where if you flipped heads, Chansey healed 80 damage. If you flipped tails, Chansey healed 40 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Ronald has an Electabuzz against my Diglett.
Yeah, sometimes you want to actually try against Ronald a little bit in situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ronald opened with Hitmonchan against me, so that was a 2-round loss.
Ronald, please. I'm begging you.
Yeah, Ronald's not being very nice right now to Dijon. And what I mean by that is Ronald's being way too nice.
Ronald, stop! I'm trying to defeat you because you won't defeat me and you're removing all my energy.
Oh no.
Ronald's not being very nice right now.
Ronald, comma, a jerk, comma.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know how we were all talking about that Mr. Mime character?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Like he's gonna get an entire gym leader ahead of me because Ronald can't kill me.
To be fair, I'm going to only get a single fight ahead of you because Ronald can't kill you.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay, he finally killed me.
Does Rattata have a resistance?
To psychic.
That's what I thought. Yes. So, Leggy did have just the right card there for against Mr. Mime.
And did we explain Mr. Mime's power?
So Mr. Mime's power is like called Invisible Wall or something like that. I forget the exact name.
Yeah,
but
that's
what
right.
it does is if your attack would do more than 20 damage, it does 0 instead. So, for instance, Diglett's attacks, one of them does 10, one of them does 30. That 30 turns into 0 against Mr. Mime.
Good time. Murray's already gonna be a jerk, I can tell.
Yeah.
Like, did I just see what I thought I saw in your hand of cards?
Hmm?
I saw nothing but, like, fighting energies in your hand. Like,
Well,
nothing
there's a
but.
fair bit of fighting energy in there. There's a couple of other things in there, but it's a lot of energy. Yeah, luckily I got through Murray. When the Murray fight goes off the rails, it really goes off the rails. Because his deck is built around the Alakazam Pokemon power.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for those of you who don't know, moves the damage around that your Pokemon have taken. And in combination with Pokemon that just have giant amounts of HP, and the Scoop Up Trainer, which lets you just take a Pokemon from your side of the board and add it back to your hand, which also has the side effect of just removing any damage done to it. So basically, he'll move around all these energy and then completely invalidate any progress you've made on trying to defeat any of his Pokemon. And it's just really frustrating to deal with.
There's also Pokemon Center as well, too, which it removes energies, but it also completely heals the bench.
Yep. So here we're using a promotional Mewtwo. This Pokemon has 2 attacks. The first one is takes 3 energies, but it does 40 damage. The second one costs 1 psychic energy, but then you're going to take 2 energy cards from your discard pile and attach it to Mewtwo. So the goal here is to do some shenanigans involving that to get your Mewtwo online by turn 2, and then start blasting things for 40 psychic damage a turn.
Yeah, Leggy's having a pretty good battle here so far. This is looking good.
Okay, I took all prizes, but I beat Murray.
Yay! Don't worry, I had to take 5 out of 6.
Against Murray?
Yeah.
Are you on Rick?
I am currently on Rick. And I am mulliganing aggressively for my single copy of Mewtwo as the only basic Pokemon in my deck.
Alright, I remembered to talk to the old man.
Yeah, talking to that old man after you defeat Murray is what gets you the Mewtwo promo card.
Yeah, that Mewtwo promo card was from, I believe, the Pokemon the First movie. The ones that they handed out in the theaters.
Yep.
That sounds right.
There's 2 versions of that same Mewtwo, and one was like given out at the box office, and one was given out in the like DVD or VHS of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I expected Mewtwo to be so much more powerful, but if you play the second version of this game, I don't even know if it's in that one, but there's one called Rocket Mewtwo.
Wow.
That one is really, really powerful. I think it had 3 or 4 attacks on it.
Forgot to take the Rattatas out.
Oh no.
No, I don't think it's even in the game after this, because it was in the gym challenge set. Ooh, that coughing that lady just took down, that one is another one of those. It does dual status abilities if its attack succeeds.
Yeah. Luckily, see Porygon in my fight with Rick. And everything else basically just gets one-shot by this Mewtwo.
Yeah, Porygon is really not a thing you want to see.
Nope.
So I assume now you also keep the Mewtwo for this fighting match as well here against Mitch.
Indeed.
Correct.
There were some older routes that used the Scyther deck to go against Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, there's pros and cons to doing it either way.
Yeah, I believe when I used to take that route, I used to use Scyther against Mitch. So this is definitely a new strategy. I haven't seen it before, but I like it.
Yeah. Basically, it's... you could think of it as, you know, higher risk, higher reward, because all of Mitch's Pokemon are, you know, classically fighting. So they are weak to the psychic attacks, but you lose that sweet resistance to fighting that Scyther has.
Mewtwo versus Mewtwo.
Spider-Man looking at Spider-Man?
Corporate wants you to find the difference between these 2 pictures.
They're the same Pokemon. Wait, we're memers? I don't understand.
I've never memed in my life. How dare you?
Yeah. Because I only have so many Doug Trios, I am gonna take a quick safety and open up an extra booster pack from my PC.
Oh, are you past Mitch already?
Yes.
Wow, how?
Mewtwo?
I mean, yes, but like...
There you go. That was a good coin flip there, Dijon. Against the coughing.
Okay, that's Rick down.
Ooh. All right. Let's go, gamers.
All right, so someone in chat had told me earlier the proper term for these Final Four, I call them the Final Four, but these are Grandmasters, but this is supposed to be like the Elite Four from all the other Pokemon games.
Yeah. You'll notice that I may or may not just be like, I'm just gonna default back on the, actual names from regular Pokemon. Yeah, so each of them have a legendary promo card that is the cornerstone of their deck. These cards are based around the 3 legendary birds, as well as Dragonite. I'll let you guess what Courtney's is.
These decks are also well built in terms of value. So right here, this Magmar that Courtney is using, its first move, Smokescreen. It involves, well, as you saw right there with Leggy, they have to do a check to see if they can even attack because of the Smokescreen.
Yep.
But I think when you evolve, that goes away. I think.
Yeah.
I want to say, yeah, that'll help.
Yeah. And we're gonna snipe that Ninetales off the bench before it can get online.
Ooh, good call. Yeah, would you believe that this Dugong was only an uncommon? It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
base set was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So each of the legendary promo cards have a particular effect associated with them. The one for Courtney's is that she gets to just draw 3 fire energy from her deck. Which is a pretty powerful effect.
So, Leggy, you looked like, oh yeah, I was gonna say, you won. The bench was empty there.
Yep.
Now, I believe, Dijon, were you the one who was talking about Steve earlier and the Zapdos?
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
Right. Since I have 4 Dub Trios, I'm gonna skip getting the packs that Leggy got for some sort of time advantage.
So, Grandmaster Steve has the legendary Zapdos, which has the effect of...
Has the effect of.
Oh, I was leaning in for one of y'all to explain.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, oh god, did I get disconnected?
I didn't want to interrupt you, Leggy. I'm sorry. So when the Zapdos hits the bench, I believe, now you can correct me, the 30 damage can go anywhere. I believe even to Steve's Pokemon, but you don't see that too often.
Yep. Yeah, it does 30 damage to a random Pokemon, completely ignoring weaknesses and resistances. It is sure a card.
Yeah.
The other thing about Steve, and you're noticing this right now during Leggy's battle, so you have the Diglett, which has resistance to electric, but now we have the Zapdos, which has resistance to fighting. Well, now we have the 2 Spider-Men pointing at each other again, saying, okay, so now what happens?
Now, luckily, a resistance in this game is just to do 30 less damage, which means I can get over the top of Pokemon that resist fighting, but it's still a pain in the butt. And now that I've got my Dugtrio set up, I am not really worried about Steve anymore. It's just, when you're trying to set up, because all your Pokemon are these Diglets, the Zapdos coming down and destroying your field is terrifying.
GG, Dijon. And GG to Leggy. Wow, one fight apart, but again, anything can happen here. Jack's Pokemon are also kind of dangerous because the Articuno, when it hits the bench, it can paralyze. They still have to do a coin flip, but it paralyzes something.
Yep. And Jack in general plays a stall deck, which means that if this fight goes badly, it goes on for a while.
Oh my gosh. So Glitch, which says, I hear GG and reacted. Ignore that random timer stop. It's moving again. Sorry, Glitch.
Oh no.
We accidentally... Zapdos Y. Not that Zapdos, but there's still a Zapdos, and that means I can do nothing.
Every time you beat a Grandmaster's GG, these matches are tough.
Yeah, and right now I'm just go fishing for my Dugtrio so I can even start attacking this Articuno. And if I don't draw it this turn, I lose. So, well, we're just gonna call that fight.
Rip.
Should I be taking some of these fights that I've been taking today? No. Am I trying to do it anyway? Yes.
Sometimes you go for the risky strats.
Yeah. Chansey's back in Pog form.
I don't want to jinx Dijon, but I like what I'm seeing. Can I say that at least without jinxing you?
I believe so, yes.
Alright, cool.
No, we don't run any jinxes. I think the only people who run jinx are in like the grass club, which is weird.
Yeah. Well, there's probably some trainers we don't fight that use it.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
in the Psychic Club.
Yeah.
Alright, take that, Steve.
How about instead of GG, how about you did it so I don't confuse them?
Also, I didn't see that random Zapdos a single time.
Yeah, same. Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm having the worst luck at trying to draw a Dugtrio against Jack.
Good draw over there by Dijon. That was a good one for this situation.
Oh, we're gonna call that one.
I don't want to say anything because I don't want a commentator's curse anything. So if you're wondering, like, hey, why isn't Sky saying anything? I don't want to be responsible for anything right now.
Okay, I finally have a Dugtrio in hand.
Woo.
Yeah, so the other big thing about Dugtrio is that Earthquake does do 70 damage, which is great, but it also does 10 damage to each Pokemon on your bench, which...
Alright, X down.
If you're playing this game, classically, that might be a bit of a problem, because you might try to build up a bit of a bench, and, doing 10 damage everywhere isn't exactly always the greatest. But... in this speedrun, because we don't really care about having too much of a bench, we just want one Pokemon to kind of trample all over everything, it ain't that big a deal.
This is very close. Leggy on the second to last fight, Dijon entering the final fight of this game.
Wait, you're already on Ron?
I'm on Rod.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I forgot about Ronald. See, I want to forget about Ronald, just like y'all, okay?
We all want to forget about Ronald.
So no. Third to last fight for Leggy, second to last for Dijon. Dang it!
Don't scare me like that, Sky!
Sorry!
And luckily, this fight's gonna wrap up very soon for me.
Yeah, this is looking good for Leggy.
Okay.
So I believe in this game, Dugtrio has weakness to grass and not water.
Yep.
If I remember.
Correct.
Yep, that's pretty important distinction there. Ooh, another good draw there for Dijon.
Yeah, so fun fact about Rod here, he literally only has water energy in his deck, so that Charmander is not actually scary.
I mean, it was for me. It had evolved in Charmeleon.
Charmander is not scary.
Charizard is the
Charmeleon is
last.
terrifying.
Alright, Rod's down.
Charizard's
Nice.
even more terrifying.
Yeah.
And... oh my god, no way, we have another surprise person to fight.
Dang it. In traditional Pokemon fashion, how could I forget about the rival battle? Time will be after Ronald. There's no one else after Ronald.
Yeah, you defeat Ronald, and then you get the legendary cards and some text, and then when it fades to the credits.
Okay.
Yeah, we will call time. That wasn't me doing it, but we will say that.
I would have laughed if the time
Oh, that's a restart on Ronald.
Oof.
But it was an early restart, though. That's better than a later restart.
I swear, I cannot find any Dugtrios. This is the worst.
Yeah, base stat Dragonair is really brutal. If I remember properly, it has an attack called Hyper Beam. It doesn't do a ton of damage, which is odd given Pokemon. But the big thing is that Hyper Beam gets to energy removal every single time. So you don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Yep. Okay. Rod is down.
Ronald used the Zapdos.
Oh no!
I believe that puts y'all at even. Like very much even.
This is the exact same, seed.
See?
Yeah.
So, the way the RNG works for duels is there's there's RNG seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Where basically, it's... I'm having trouble braining right now. Also,
Yeah, basically, whenever you restart the game starts at the same point in the RNG sequence.
Okay. That makes sense.
And so if you mash through the starting screen at the exact same frequency as you did last time, you can get the exact same setup, which can be annoying if, say, it's not exactly the greatest setup that you're looking for.
Yeah, this is very interesting on both sides right now.
Ronald, please.
Oh.
Yeah, Ronald's not being nice to either person right now.
Okay. I have an online Doug trio.
Ooh, I didn't realize what Ronald had there for you, Leggy.
That's a wipe.
Heck.
Lot of hecks going on right now, for good reason. There's a good reason to heck right here.
Yeah. And like,
Yeah.
so much of this game is RNG because, like, not only are these actual individual fights, randomly determined, but what cards we've opened over the course of the game have been randomly determined.
Yeah.
So...
This may be a wipe.
Oh no.
He's got the Dragonite.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's... You never want to see Dragonite.
Or maybe he just won't use it. Or he'll, knock me out with an Eevee. Yeah, that's a wipe. Ronald is being really bad today.
Yeah. Okay. There's a Doug trio. Let's see if I can do this. Come on, Dijon! You got this.
I very clearly do not.
Well, I believe in you.
Stop removing my energies. I can't beat you if you do that.
Yeah, as you can see, this game's a lot of fun. Right up until it decides, nah, I don't want to be fun.
It's being a real troll today, like, more than usual.
Right? And on my end, I will call time when we get there, but it is very soon. I'm gonna mash through these cards. There's gonna be a little more text box, and the screen's gonna fade to white. And time.
Dang it. I was so close.
It was a very close.
This was gonna be my win this time.
Yeah, I do not deserve this win. You got super hecked by Ronald. Like... yeah, I really love this game, but in any sort of case where that timer is there, the game can just go, nah.
Alright, I've got getting the legendary cards, so time will be soon.
Everybody get out your GGs. What a great race between these two. And please be sure to follow both dijonketchup and leggystarscream, both wonderful people. What a race. Very much enjoyed this.
And of course, if you aren't watching Skybills, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I called time.
Oh. GG's, Dijon.
GG's.
GG's. So we're gonna have to have a rematch at some point, right? That we can't just leave it like this.
I mean, we live in a perpetual state of rematch.
Unfortunately, I remain undefeated. I thought you had me this time.
Yeah, and then Ronald had to be Ronald.
Yeah. So clearly, what's gonna happen is next time you'll get me. So we can just gotta make sure that there's a next time.
Yeah.
So y'all see why I wanted to forget about Ronald now, right?
Right.
That is... I didn't realize how brutal Ronald was. It's been that long. I think I just kind of blocked that out. Oh. What a tough match.
Yeah, anyway, since our timer already runneth over, I just want to do, a quick bit of shoutouts for Dijon for being, my conspirator for both this and so many other random things we've done together. I want to shout out Skybills for being a fantastic person, both in general, but also to have here in the booth with us.
No.
And I want to shout out Power Up with Pride for, once again, letting Dijon and I go at it in card games.
Yeah, shoutouts to Leggy and Sky for being awesome. Shoutouts to our lovely restreamer Glitchwitch. Anything else?
And at this point, I think I'm taking over as host.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all will hear more from me shortly.
Yay!
Awesome.
Here is before I leave for a little while, because I'll be back after Leggy. I think me and Leggy are just trading off all afternoon on host, so that's pretty fun. I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So real quick here, I'll leave you with this donation. We have $10 from Mana Kate, who says, thanks for a great weekend, for a great cause, everyone. Love you all. Donating to name Madeline, Kate, and Celeste because, well, of course. Well, thank you very much for your donation. We appreciate that. All right, and with that, then, I will leave this to Leggy. Actually, hey, hang on real quick. We have one more quick one. Because this is before the next run, I want to make sure I get this read. We have $5.01 from Tayman, who says, excited to see FFR Pro run this terrible speed game, that being